Well, hey, and welcome to another episode of Beetle Dustino coming at you again today with yet another video. And yet another video on. Actually, this is just going to be a hodgepodge of stuff. There was a lot of going on with some live concerts, literally like to see on TV, and me going in person. And I haven't been to a concert in a while in person, so I'm kind of excited about this. And then just all kinds of docu-series and stuff, documentaries and that, not docu-series, documentaries and that coming out. So I'm going to just talk a little about what the last week has been like for me with that, all this type of stuff. So kind of a little review of it all, but not an actual review of it all, because I've only seen everything once and haven't had time with everything else going on to really sit and give it a good review. But we're going to talk about that after the intro. Yeah, let's start out with the Ringo news, the Beatles news, the Beatley news. Actually, there's a couple of Beatles things in this that I've noticed over the week and just had some fun with. But the first one would be Ringo and Friends at the Ryman, the CBS Paramount Plus special that came out on Monday, I believe it was the 10th. It sounds about right. I was really excited to come watch it after work. I thought it was going to be on at 8. Yeah, it was on at 7. And we recently cut the cable in our house, so we've been just relying on streaming services and that. And everything looked like it was going to be on Paramount Plus. And I thought in the back of my mind, yeah, it's probably on whatever the CBS live channel that you can get on Paramount Plus. And here I'm thinking, well, okay, if it says 8 o'clock, that's what it's going to be. I didn't even think to check, is it Eastern time, Central time, whatever. It was 7 o'clock, and I get done with work at 7 o'clock. So it was already playing when I got home. By the time I tuned into it, right a little before 8, it was right where Paul was on talking. So I'm like, and I didn't want to start it from there. So I'm like, well, I'll wait for hopefully next day. Paramount Plus will have it just streaming, and without the commercials and all that, added in. So I didn't watch it until Tuesday when I got home from work. But yeah, I sat down to watch it Tuesday when I got home from work. And yeah, Paramount Plus did have it all set up and everything going. And it was about an hour and a half or so. And yeah, it was a really fun little concert special program that CBS had there. I was really happy to get to see that. I've been really looking forward to it, as I really have liked Look Up, everything on that. And it was fun to watch, but I was expecting a little more Ringo, I guess, for some reason. Even with what I had been hearing on it, I was trying to stay away from Beatles Vinyl 85. Marv has had some, I think I said his title right. I'll have words in the corner correct me if I didn't. No, he was at the show and he was putting clips of it up on his channel. I maybe watched like one of those, and I just kind of stayed away from everything else because I knew it was coming eventually on CBS and that, and I didn't really want to get it spoiled in that. But I don't know. I think I was just expecting it to be a like a Ringo and his all-star band thing, but with this new kind of cast and crew with Molly Tuttle, Sheryl Crow, I know was there. And I was kind of expecting, Ringo was going to be performing with all of them. Well, Ringo only did a few songs, but, it was really kind of cool, actually. I really enjoyed watching them do their interpretations of Beatles classics that Ringo kind of led and such. And some deep cuts of Ringo's off of, I know there was one off of Rotogravure, I think, and there was another one off of, I can't remember the other one. I'll put words in the corner, I'll put the album cover up there. But yeah, I was really kind of shocked hearing those, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's a pretty deep cut there." War and Treaty did, I think I said their name right, and really awesome performances by everybody too. And I loved their What Goes On. Who sang that one? That was really fun. I've always really loved that off of Rubber Soul, and that it is technically a Ringo credited Beatles song. It's a Lennon McCartney Ringo, or Lennon McCartney Starkey. There we go. Credited song. So, but I Rubber Soul is my favorite album, and that's obviously my favorite Ringo off of that album, because I think that is the only Ringo off of that album. Yeah, so. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I really do want to sit down and watch it. I sat and watched with my mom and dad, as I got home from work. I know they both really showed interest. They wanted to see it too. So I really enjoyed it. I really think they did a great job on that. And we're going to have a little more on Paramount Plus coming up here. I'm going to kind of go in order of what I think I saw all this stuff. The next thing that kind of came up, I know there was a new Paul McCartney and Wings trailer, or video, video, Letting Go. And I just watched it last night, but I know it had came out on YouTube a couple of days before that. That was a really fun little video. That was a live performance too. It wasn't just off of Venus Mars. I know they're getting ready for Venus Mars. Hopefully, as you're seeing this, it should be in a couple of days, I suppose. We'll have the half-speed master Venus Mars. I've got mine pre-ordered. Hopefully, it'll get here on the day of, or at least this weekend. But who knows? I ordered it through You Discover Music. I had rewards points enough. I got it completely covered. I paid $0 for it. I had enough rewards points to buy the whole thing there. So that's why I went through You Discover, because, hey, I had a free copy to get there. So why not? I think I still got enough to get at least another CD. So yeah, I really like that Letting Go video. That was really kind of cool that there was a new little video on that. I love the opening where they were getting on the tour bus and the Rolls Royce following the tour bus down the road. And they were at the show there and everything. And it was just really kind of cool. And what was he wearing? Those robes or something? I don't know. The whole band was wearing those robes. Really kind of cool. It was interesting. And that version of it was really good. I really enjoyed it. That's such a great song, the Letting Go song. And then the other thing, just kind of short little clip stuff. We had another trailer for the one-to-one John and Yoko film that's coming out, and kind of the announcement that it is in theaters soon. Well, that trailer makes it sound like theaters everywhere. I swear it said in there. And yeah, it's IMAX theaters. And yeah, I've of course got no IMAX theater near me. But yeah, I was talking about the one-to-one John and Yoko film, and I'm really excited to get to see that. But it doesn't sound like it's coming anywhere but an IMAX theater, and unfortunately, he's built quite a theater over there, but he hasn't put in an IMAX screen, so I guess I'm not going to get to see it in my area, nor in Fargo. There's no IMAX down there either, so what can you do? And I'm not driving all the way to the cities to see it, even though I want to see it. You know, I don't have time or money or anything to time off for that to go and do it. So I'll wait, because I know also I went to the John and Yoko or John Lennon website, and I saw the little news thing about it, and it said it was going to be in IMAX theaters soon to be streaming too. So it's coming to a streaming platform soon. So I don't know which one, but I'm sure I'm subscribed to it, because it seems like I'm subscribed to them all. So I'm fine streaming movies and stuff, but music I just can't do. With movies like this coming out, though, the music-based movies I'm excited for. All right, now I'm really getting off here, but yes, I'm very excited to see this, because I think the one-to-one concert thing and everything that went on with that is a really important thing for John Lennon's career. The fact, I just watched Matthew Street talk about this, how it was really his only public concert that he ever did, full-length concert, and you know, that's amazing that we've got something of it, and that they're getting a beautiful film out about it and everything going on at the time. The new trailer looked fantastic with what we got coming with it. It looks like it's going to be a lot of interview clips from around that time from John and Yoko. So I think that'll be really cool. It won't be the talking head thing, hopefully, that everybody will complain about. I'm usually fine with the talking heads, because I love hearing people's reactions to, you know, what was going on, what their thoughts was on it, not just the person involved. Yeah, it's great to get the person involved, but I also love hearing fans, what they like to say. That's why I watch on YouTube. I watch fans talking about their record collection or going to whatever concert and that. So, you know, I don't mind the talking heads in these documentaries and that. Anyway, so speaking about going to concerts, I actually went to a concert this week, and I got to figure out, I wanted to get the physical ticket when I heard you could get a physical ticket. Let me see if I can make this so you can see it. But there's my ticket. You can see it was the Gin Blossoms. Got to see them in Mahnomen, Minnesota, at the Shooting Star Casino. Literally just last night as I'm filming this, but it would be Friday night, as you're seeing this probably Wednesday now. So this past Friday, I saw them, and yeah, it was really fun. I've never went to a show over there. It's not terribly far from my place, like hour and a half drive, you know, not terribly far. And as you can see, it was $56 before the fees. With the fees even, it was $60. I am not a big concert goer, because I just don't like crowds. I really don't. And I don't like, I know the band wants you to stand, but I don't like standing for 3 hours during a show. It's like, I paid to have a seat. I want to sit in a seat. And then this place, it was really nice. It was just in one of the ballrooms that they had, because it was funny when I got in there. I didn't think that was where the theater was, because I'm like, I remember being here before. I went to a wedding reception here. as I'm looking around, I'm like, yeah, this was definitely the room I was at that wedding reception in. I didn't realize there was a stage there. I didn't realize, I knew they had a theater there somewhere. I didn't realize I was already in the room with it, at some point, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Yeah, it was really kind of a fun concert. That's the setting I like too. I love theater settings, or like a ballroom like that. That's kind of how concerts started out before, the Beatles made it to the point. My favorite band who made the arena concerts happen and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't like seeing, I don't like the crowds that you get in that, and then you can't see the people. My sister got me the tickets. That's why I kind of had to cover it up. I didn't realize they'd put your order number, your full name and everything on it. That's why I was covering up that stuff. But yeah, she got us row 12, seat 1, I guess it was. So we were way off on the one side, but we still had a beautiful view of the stage there. I could, see the guys really well. And I could see he was really annoyed nobody wanted to stand. Really fun night. I got to go with my sister and my brother-in-law. We really enjoyed it. She had seen him before. It wasn't a long concert either, but, it was comfortable. The fact nobody wanted to stand, it really perturbed the lead singer there, but he got over it eventually. But we were with him, and I was really kind of surprised. The guy in front of me had a track, a set list written out he must have found from the show before. Looking at it, I'm like, okay, yeah, we kind of know where we're going, and it was 100% with what he had written down. They didn't show really an encore on there. They did an encore for us, so even though nobody was standing, they still gave the crowd a little extra. So really great show, though. I'm really missing going to shows like this. We used to have that festival in our town here that you could go to, and you were just out, on the bank of the river, a little greenway area, park area, and, you just sit, bring your lawn chair and sit. That's the type of concerts I like going to, that I truly like going to. And it was in the fall, so it wasn't overly hot and, stuff like that. So it's been good getting to go to a show. I think the last show I've been to was in probably 2021. So it's been a long while since I went to a show. But I also can't stand Ticketmaster. And they're just absolutely bending you over and taking everything you got with the fees and everything on that. And then letting people buy the tickets and then resell the tickets right on their own site. And then you got fees added on to that, plus what their asking prices for the ticket. And it's ridiculous. The Ticketmaster system absolutely sucks. And luckily these small tribal casinos aren't affected by it, as it appears on this, because a $4 surcharge on top of the $56 ticket price. I don't think Ticketmaster was involved in that at all. And I feel a lot better on that. Yeah, it was $60, but I feel like that band's getting a lot more of that $60 than they would through, a $160 ticket through Ticketmaster. So I feel like that band got properly paid. The audience didn't overpay. We had a great show. Yeah, it really was only about an hour before the encore. It was only, I looked at the time, it started at 8:00 and it was 9:12, right when they got done with the last song. So it wasn't even an hour and 15 minutes. But, it was everything you needed. They played all their big songs. Hey, Jealousy. It was good. I really enjoyed it. And then they did come out and do 2 more songs for the encore. And so, maybe we're there till 9:30. But I feel like for $60, I feel like I got my money's worth. I really had a good time and just really enjoyed the show. And they were great. They still sound fantastic. Everybody was commenting. They'd look at me. There was a guy the guy with the set list in front of us. He looked at me a couple of times. I like Journey. I like Tom Petty. And he named off, 4 or 5 bands like that. And he's like, I didn't think these guys were going to be that good. They are a good band. He goes, and I said, yeah, they're fantastic. I know I went to go grab a drink. I had to go get a gin and tonic while I was watching the Gin Blossoms. I thought, yeah, I don't go get a drink that often, but I was thirsty. I wanted to go get something. And I'm like, gin and tonic sounds appropriate for this concert. So I had my gin and tonic while watching the Gin Blossoms. And I'm going to have a picture up there. Hopefully it's not too blurry, but that's the one shot I took. I don't like, that's another thing I don't like at new concerts nowadays. You got everybody holding their phones up. It's like, are you even in the moment when you're doing that? Like, I took that one shot. I feel like I lost a lot from taking that one shot too. I like to listen to the music, watch them play, stuff like that. Why, I'm going to sit and film it. Like, why? You're there to see it. Don't sit and film it. It feels like you lose so much of your experience there from doing that. So, I got the camera I'm filming me on right now there, and yeah, I'm not going to waste my time filming it. I want to sit and enjoy the show. So I don't get that why people do that. But anyways, I know my sister does film. I know I went on Facebook. I didn't even realize she did it, but she'll just do like a 30-second little clip, one of the big songs. And, I was on Facebook today and I'm like, oh, she actually posted some stuff. And I'm like, oh, I didn't realize she took that many. I know I saw her do the one, but I didn't see her do the rest. So, but she is the big concert goer. I was laughing as we were leaving. I was talking about how I've been trying to figure out all the concerts I've been to, where I was at, what date it was and all that. And she goes, I could never do that. I've been to too many. I don't know what I've been to. I haven't been to that many, so it wasn't too hard to figure out. But yeah, I guess that's it on that. I really enjoyed my show there, and I'm surprisingly, I don't have any of their albums in my collection, LP or CD. I don't have anything, so I want to try to correct that, because I really did enjoy them, and I've always enjoyed their music, so I don't know why I haven't had something of theirs. So I'm going to try to get their first album here very soon. And I know they've got some reissues. Sam St. John pointed that out to me. Thank you, Sam, for showing that. He sent me a Facebook message on it. Showed me a link to they got their first album out. The New Miserable Experience is getting a anniversary reissue, and there's all kinds of cool colored vinyls on it. And they're a little pricey, though, and a little hard to get. I think a lot of them have been selling out already. But I'll have some pictures of them up there, too, as we're speaking of that. Back to Paramount Plus on this. Paramount Plus has had a banner week, I think, for my fandom of music. They've had Ringo earlier in the week, and then I think it was maybe Wednesday or Thursday, one of those days, I know they finally released the Heartbreakers Beach Party documentary, the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers documentary that Cameron Crowe did, that came out in, I think, 83 or so. And one of the only times he's really sat down to do an interview with anybody on film, especially. And I know Tom was really kind of standoffish on that. I know they even said it in the film there. There was a scene where they went to a college there and had the students coming up asking them some questions and that. And they said as they introduced him that, he doesn't usually like to do stuff like this, but he's doing it for us. So, enjoy it while you can. Yeah, it was really good. I've been really looking forward to seeing that based off the trailer. It looked like just kind of a weird kind of mishmash little documentary, and I'm like, I think I'm going to enjoy watching this and getting to learn a little more about Tom and the Heartbreakers there. And I really did enjoy it. I actually, believe it or not, after I got home from the concert, driving an hour and a half home from that in possibly bad weather, and which really wasn't, aside from the wind. The wind was terrible, but anyways, I'm not here to be a weatherman, but yeah, I came home and sat down and watched that until all hours of the night. I'm like, I really want to watch Heartbreakers Beach Party before I go to bed here, so unwind a little from going to the show and watch a little more music stuff, I guess. So really enjoyed it. I know I nodded off a couple of times, but just for a minute or two, so I didn't miss a lot. But I really did enjoy it. It was a really fun documentary. It was weird. I was kind of expecting that, and I think it's kind of funny, the Almost Famous guy, this was kind of his first little foray into the... I know he had written and did the screenplay and based off of his book for Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I think there was a little something in there about that too. So that was kind of his first thing with that, I suppose. But growing up, watching Almost Famous, being a music fan, and that was such a great rock and roll type movie. Cameron Crowe, I think, is awesome with that stuff. And and that his little story within Almost Famous there, kind of based off of his life there. Yeah, really kind of fun. And now I could it really came full circle seeing that, like, okay, I totally get why he did Almost Famous now. And I mean, really, it did feel like Almost Famous in a way. Him, riding around in the limo with Tom and at the concert. I think I even saw at one point he was up on the drums at one of the concerts there, and drumming along with him there and all that. That's really kind of cool. He really did live that Almost Famous moment. So and that documentary, Heartbreakers Beach Party, really kind of shows it there. So, but yeah, Paramount Plus really hitting it off this week for the music stuff for me. I don't know if everybody's gonna find that combo of Ringo at the Ryman and Heartbreakers Beach Party being the big things they were hoping for on Paramount Plus on that, but I'm awfully glad I got a Paramount Plus subscription, which, by the way, is one of the more affordable ones. And I am not being paid by Paramount Plus here, but But I've really enjoyed their content. That I think that's one of the best ones, and I got a Showtime ad on there too, and it's still cheap. It's cheaper than most of them I've got. So I'm gonna get totally wrapping up because I think this is one of my weirdest videos because I have been all over the place on this. But I didn't really do a lot of prep. I knew I was going to the show. I knew, you know, Ringo with the Ryman was out. Not gonna have the greatest review on it. Maybe one of these days I'll do a better review on it, but I just wanted to say, hey, I watched it. I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed Heartbreakers Beach Party. I'm really looking forward to the one-to-one John and Yoko, and I really had a good time at that Gin Blossoms concert, and I also really enjoyed that Wings video that just came out. So I'm going to get totally wrapping up, but before I do that, I want to once again thank all my subscribers, and thanks to any new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and do hit the notification bell so you know when I got new videos coming out. Also, please give the video a like. It really does help out the channel and the video. And like I always say, if you've stuck around to this point, you must like it. So please give it a like. And you probably noticed my little stamp from the concert there. I can never get those things off my hand once I put them on. Do leave a comment also. Let me know your thoughts on all this. Have you seen the Gin Blossoms in concert? Did you watch Heartbreakers Beach Party? Did you watch the Ringo at the Ryman? Did you catch that Wings video? Are you excited for the one-to-one John and Yoko film? Let me know all your thoughts on that. Lots of little topics to do in the comments below there. So I'm going to get fully signing out. I'm Beetle Dustino, signing out.